We were all born into this. It didn't come from God. Do you see it? We were born into Adam. People say, well, God gave us our emotions, Dan. Not the ones you grew up with. Absolutely, He did not. Adam gave you those. The fall of man gave you the emotions you grew up with. All the emotions you grew up with were centered on selfishness, self-consciousness, thinking for yourself, whether you realized it intensely or not, every man for himself. From little up, as long back as you can remember, you needed valued, you needed accepted, you needed to be appreciated, you needed to be encouraged. And you were looking for identity along the way through everything but the truth and didn't even realize what was happening, and neither did I. And some people get hard and become fighters in that arena, and some get broken and shattered. Some get so deceived they commit suicide and take what's not even theirs. People always say, well, it's your life, it's my life. It's not your life, it's His life in you. For the Christian, you should understand that. It's not about you. If you go back to the beginning, it's Christ in you. It's God in you. From the beginning, it was God in man. 1 + 1 is a stronger 1. You can't say, well, it's my life. No. Everything Jesus is asking you to give is what you never were in the first place. People say, well, it'll cost you everything to become a Christian. It's a heavy price. Are you kidding me? You're just giving back the lie. You're giving back the false motivation. You're giving back the wrong reason. You're just giving back everything that never was anyway to get what always was in return. So why is it so hard to let go of yourself? Because we were trained to live for ourselves. And some of us didn't even like ourselves along the way and went out of our way for people to like us, to prove that we were likable and all that crazy stuff. Jesus just wants that to die. Just give it all up. Deny yourself. Pick up your... What's that mean, church? Pick up your cross, because He died on the cross. Why are we picking it up? Everything He showed us on the cross is what we carry. We don't let sin against us produce sin in us. We love not our own life unto death. We suffer for doing good and don't let that change us. We don't let our suffering change good. We carry our cross. We don't let what people don't see determine what we do see. We continue to live by the Spirit and walk in truth and make peace. You get it? It's called carry your cross. You'll never carry your cross if you don't deny yourself. Because if you don't deny yourself, yourself will keep you from carrying your cross. You'll just have issues and rights. You'll have grievances and complaints. Do you know that it's unscriptural for the Christian to complain? Like the Bible says, don't you complain like they did in the wilderness. Don't you complain and be destroyed by the destroyer, devoured by the one that devours. Philippians 2 says, do all things without grumbling and complaining so you can be seen as innocent, harmless children in the midst of a twisted world, whom you, shining forth as a light, hold forth the word of life. Do you hear these scriptures just poured out of me like water? Yeah? They're just coming. They're just coming, man, just to put the puzzle together and paint a beautiful picture of why we're saved. Man, we aren't saved for blessing. We are saved for transformation, and the transformation is blessing. Man, when you live free from caring for yourself, it's the best day of your life. When you're fulfilled in Him, period. It doesn't matter if your wife's in 6 years of crisis. Why? Because this is more than what I preach. It's what I've become. And all of a sudden, I don't need her. I love her. You get it? And all of a sudden, I don't know how to grow weary in well-doing. Because well-doing is found in, I love you. Not, do you love me? Well, you ought to prove it now and then. You need to pay back a little. You know, love's 50-50. You know, marriage is a lot of work. I don't know what counselors we've listened to, but that wisdom didn't come from above because it serves yourself. It gives you a right to be less than Christ. Any wisdom you grab that gives you a right to be less than Christ can't be from the Spirit of God. If your reasoning is robbing you from His image, then it has deception behind it. Because look, this wisdom, thinking for yourself, did not come from God. Guess what it is? Earthly, driven by sensuality and demons. Yeah? Now you think, I'm going to be a man of God in my bedroom and read that and then go ahead and let everything that selfishness produces in our life still be in my life and not deal with it and boast and lie against the truth. Nope. And I'm going to preach it from the rooftop as long as they hand me microphones and give you the opportunity to run well in this truth. See, because what I'm preaching is between you, your heart, and your conscience, and not one other human being. If you elbowed your spouse tonight, I'm certainly talking to you. And if you're just sitting there saying, I wish they were here, they need to hear this. Nope, I'm talking to you. That means you need to hear it. Because you're going to somehow let that sneak in on you, harden your heart, and bother you. And now you're letting that matter. It's just good preaching, Dan, I'll tell you. Earthly, sensual. Listen, to think for yourself. Do you think I'm going to read that and then preach a gospel that just benefits your everyday circumstances? No, I'm going to preach a gospel that benefits His image in your life, because that's where you're going to walk truly blessed. Is it that late? Wow. No, I don't know where that clock just came from. That thing is up there and it's gigantic. That thing's as big as the truck I drive.